Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is a Knight of Wands. This is an energy that is not hesitating. I feel like you are someone who, you trust in yourself, you trust your instincts about things. Because this is a card that is leaping boldly into action. This is self-trust, it's momentum, it's courage, bold, risk-taking, high-energy action. This is you going for it. This is you not hesitating, Aquarius. You're taking that bold step forward into your bigger dream. You're leaping into it. Yeah. Literally a green light from the universe saying, go for it. There must be an opportunity on the table now that you really don't want to miss. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on. This is very fast. Oh, there's that devil energy. Feels like very fast-paced energy, more fire with a Nine of Wands. We've got a Death card. Wheel of Fortune, green light. Door is opening where there were only walls. Perfect. But, hesitation, see? Seven of Swords. We don't want to get distracted. We don't want to hesitate. We don't want to get distracted at kind of the last moment. We got to stay clear-minded and level-headed and go straight forward. Okay? Even if there's other noise, we've got to tune it out. Tune out the distractions. We have a Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, Nine of Cups, wow, and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is kind of like saying, you've got to do things a certain way, stick to the plan, stick to what you know is going to work, trust the inner guidance and stick to it. Don't, especially now, don't start thinking with the Seven of Swords that you should start tinkering with something, or that it's okay now to experiment and try new things. No. Now's the time to do what you know is going to work and do it as quickly and as powerfully as you can. It's not the time for testing and tinkering. It's the time for doing what you know is going to lead to the results. Okay? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to just set this down right over here with Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading, if at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be. Put your prediction in the comments below the video. Now, as we look around the room, we see 1, 2, 3, 4 majors. We've got fire, water, water. We have the air. We don't have any earth cards. Okay? It doesn't really matter what this is. What matters is that you don't want to miss it. What matters is that this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and you need to leap into it. You need to hit the gas, right? The Devil card is the engine of the car. This is you hitting the gas. Let your movement be visible. Aim your fire at what you are creating. This is a very creative card, the Devil card. Your courage is the door opener. Initiate, go, do it. Just do it, right? Do it now or whatever, right? Don't miss this opportunity. Your passion right now is your gift. your fire, your motivation. This impulse is right and it's correct, and it's, as long as you're aiming it at the door, go. Go as fast as you can right now. Okay? The Devil card, to me, is usually a very good card. It's the engine of the car, right? It's your drive. You're very, very motivated, very driven right now. But it's also, it could be a temptation or even a pattern of hesitation or a pattern of letting ourselves get too distracted at the last moment. It's like, or too self-conscious even, or too insecure. It's like you're about to leap into something, but at the last minute you say, no, wait, I don't. And then we end up just, it's awkward. We end up fumbling and stumbling around. Really what we need to do is break that old pattern, that old habit of hesitating at the last moment. The doorway appears, trust your gut. Trust your instinct and leap forward. Don't let anything entangle you. See, what's happening is that the goat has a tendency to get tangled up in the drama, in the doubt, in the criticism, has a tendency to get its horns stuck in the chain link fence. And that is you listening to doubts. That is you falling for the criticism or the opinions of other people. That's letting yourself get distracted by all the noise when you're trying to stay on that straight and narrow sword. You know, it's like you're in the middle of the baseball game and you're about to throw the game-winning fastball, and the crowd is yelling at you and throwing things on the field. And are you gonna stay locked in, or is all that noise gonna get to you and rattle you? Okay, you got to avoid all that distraction, avoid the noise right now. Okay, what we need is strength. What we need is commitment and power. What you need is inner strength. The 9 of Wands, stamina, strength, persistence. You're just about, you know, through that door, whatever this opportunity is for you. You're closer than you think to really like making something real. Yeah. And this is backbone. This is you committing yourself to something. This is a promise. Yeah, it's inner strength, it's resilience. It's you saying, I'm going to do it, and no matter what happens, I'm going for it. We're overcoming that like stage fright. No matter what kind of resistance we're met with, no matter what the opinions are of other people, you've got this inner strength. This is what Spirit is summoning from you. This is what your own soul is shoving at you to say, use this to go and do this thing. Keep going. No matter what your mind tells you, no matter what doubts you have, no matter what other people say, you're just committed, you're locked in. Yeah. So I like this. I think this is exactly what we need to keep this engine going steady. Now, you also have the Death card. And the Death card is a slow, gradual change over the course of time. To me, it feels like this is a moment right now where you're changing your life. Something that has been, I don't know, maybe something you've been waiting for a long time, or this process that you've been involved with that's just been slow, steady, gradual, step by step by step. See, this is that slow and steady change over the course of time. What's happening now is a rapid acceleration. So it's kind of like saying you might have been waiting for a breakthrough or waiting for a doorway. You've just been doing the steady work. I feel like what it is really, it's this idea of the overnight change, you know, the overnight, the sudden overnight life-changing moment. That it's not really an overnight change, is it? No, it's a change that's been happening slowly and steadily over years, right? But the moment where things shift, it's like night and day. It happens in a snap. But it's been building up for a long, long time. So don't waste the opportunity. Don't let it pass you by. This is what you've been building up to, this moment. I feel like this is like a tower moment. This is a pivotal moment in your life where things are changing, but Spirit's bringing you to the right place at the right time Spirit is opening the door. You've got to go through that door, which means that your old life is going to be done. Okay? Something is ending here with the Death card. And I think it's the old, slow, gradual kind of, daily grind kind of thing. And this is your breakthrough, your breakout chance. This is your star is rising kind of thing. Okay? A new chapter is about to begin for you. So we're letting this old chapter close. And this is, again, slow, gradual transformation. Feels, and really this is kind of that feeling that we're not making progress. Because the Death card is kind of like, you go to the gym one day, you work out a bunch, then you go home and you look in the mirror, you think, I don't look any different. Go back to the gym the next day, you work out a bunch, you go home, look in the mirror, I look exactly the same that I did yesterday. It doesn't feel like change is happening because it's slow. On the daily, you can't see the change. But maybe when you look back, 6 months kind of before and after, then you can see, wow, holy smokes, big time change. Maybe this is like every day there's nothing, 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 nothing. No change, doesn't look like anything. I don't look any different. I don't feel any different. The finances aren't different. My life isn't any different. And then suddenly one day you look in the mirror and you're completely changed. Yeah. I feel like this is the old skin, finally coming off and revealing what's underneath. I feel like all your work now is finally showing itself, and it's really paying off now, but you've got to engage with this last sort of, this rush, this, maybe it's like a home stretch kind of energy. Yeah. Well, let's talk, oops, hit the wrong button. Let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune. This is a change. This is a turning point in your life. Okay? There's new momentum that's starting. Things that were slow and gradual and drawn out for years now are increasing rapidly. Don't resist the movement. Say yes to invitations. Say yes to opportunities that feel expansive. The Jupiter energy here bringing you more green lights, more doorways where there were only walls. Spirit is giving you the right people, places, and things on your path when and where you need them. It is up to you to take action. The Wheel of Fortune is going to favor action, visibility, positive risk. Anything that was slow or it felt blocked or transformation or change that felt like it wasn't happening, all that is now going to happen faster. It's like what you've been doing is you've been winding up the spring. And now the tension is as far as it's going to go. It's time for all that energy to be released. Something has been building up pressure and under the surface. Now it's finally ready to just be there. The Tower has got to be that mystery card, right? What was blocked or what has felt blocked is now coming unstuck. Okay, the situation is now going to develop. It's going to expand. It is going to grow a lot faster than you expected. Trust in that divine timing. It's happening now, and you need to be involved. You don't want to miss it. Okay? You're being lifted into a new phase. This is your chance to break out of something, to break through something. Okay? This shift, this transformation is accelerating now. You got to move with this because life is opening for you. No hesitation. Of course, the very next card is, hesitation. This is what we're facing. We've got to get through this. This is the only obstacle on your path today. All right? And it is a little bit of self-doubt. It is distraction. It is maybe a little insecurity. Okay? It's stage fright in a way. But this is also caution and self-protection. It may be a very strong recommendation that says, hey, focus on your energy, put your earplugs in, basically, right? Don't listen to the noise. You don't have to announce what you're doing. You don't have to share your plans with everybody, because why? That opens you up to other people feeling like they now can speak on it. You tell everybody, hey, here's what's going on in my life, here's what I'm going to do. Guess what? Now that person thinks, well, they can criticize that. They can say, well, you're going to do that. Well, here's what I would do, or here's what I think you should do. Don't open yourself up to that. You can play your cards close to the chest right now. Be strategic. Move in silence while this thing is developing. You don't want to invite any other opinions or criticisms. Don't let your goat get tangled up in the chain link fence. Avoid the BS, the bovine excrement. Not everybody needs to have access to your inner world, because then they can have this influence that they don't need to have. Don't let people get familiar. They can knock you off balance. Choose your confidants very carefully. Okay? Protect your time, effort, energy, money, and space. Hold your plans close. Okay? As you make this move, as you take this opportunity, as this thing speeds up, you don't have time for the nonsense. Things are moving so fast now, you don't have time for the BS. Okay? Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And, let me know which card here on the path of the dove seems to resonate with you the most. Now, for the Queen of Cups, we have emotional wisdom, compassion, intuition. You understand a lot, but you're not speaking a lot. Okay? We're staying quiet. We're staying observant. We're staying centered. You don't need to absorb other people's opinions, nor do you need to absorb their emotions. I feel like you're very sensitive emotionally right now. Probably an empath. Yeah. Your calmness and your self-protection is your power at this time. You've got to trust your intuition. You have to... it feels like your life right now is in a very volatile. One little thing could knock this out of balance. Yeah. So it really is this kind of emotional protection, intellectual protection, emotional boundaries. Okay. I feel like this is a card right now that is trying to just it's trying to keep everything cool and calm as this fiery energy is taking you straight up here. As things start to accelerate, as you kind of have this blast off energy here, I feel like this is you running the cooling system, trying to keep everything intact, keeping everything peaceful, trusting in your intuition, trying to stay calm, even when there is the stage fright or the insecurity or the other opinions or the noise. You're trying to stay calm. This is, being cool as a cucumber, even though there's all this fire and all this activity. Yeah, trying to stay calm. Staying cool under pressure. Okay. The Two of Wands is dominion. This is you asserting yourself. This is you doing what you need to do, taking charge of your life. Okay? Taking the initiative. This is you doing things your way without having to explain the plan to anybody. There is a plan here. There is a sense of direction. There is a vision. You're thinking bigger. You want more out of life, and you're thinking this expansion. You're thinking this opportunity. You don't have to tell everybody. You're taking the bold move. You're not taking the safe bet. You're taking the risk. You are choosing to expand your life. This is you engaging with the people, places, and things that Spirit is putting on your path. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune is everything that's happening for you. The Two of Wands is you, working with that energy. Engage. You're not passive. Okay? You're ready to level up. You're acting big. You're making bigger choices. And you're not seeking permission. You're letting your vision lead you. Okay? This is a brave decision that's going to really shift your path right now. You're stepping into the version of you that knows where they're going. And I think what it really does is it brings about this Nine of Cups energy. See, the Nine of Cups is in the position of the fear, worry, concern. And the biggest fear, I think, in life, at least for you right now, is the fear that we are not building the life we desire, that we are not living the life that we desire. This is us being afraid that we'll never be satisfied or content, or that we'll never, something that we wish for in life will never become real. But it is, you know. This is the card of living the life you desire, living a happy life. Yeah, and that's something that we were afraid wouldn't happen. But it's here now, you know. Your joy is becoming real, something that you've been wanting to happen, or wanting to receive, or wanting to acquire, or wanting to do, that opportunity, that door that you've always wanted open, it's opening now. What you've been wanting is becoming real. Allow yourself to enjoy this moment. Because I feel like this is now the acknowledgement that you are living the life that you desire. You are building the life that you desire. You've earned this. Breathe it in. Okay? Allow yourself to feel good. You're entering a chapter now where you're doing it. You're living that life. Okay? And this is perfect. This is abundance. This is the card of superabundance. On the physical, financial, mental, emotional, and spiritual creative planes. This is a card of happiness. Being happy that we're living the life that we desire. And I think that's what we all want when it really comes down to it. Just want to feel like we're living the right life. Yeah. Now we've got the Hierophant as well, because the Hierophant is your standard of what happiness is for you. You're not living somebody else's happy life. You're living your happy life. You're living the life that you desire. And I think that's really, really important. And I wonder if even with that Death card, that maybe there was a time where you were kind of living somebody else's life, where you were living a life that wasn't the one you desired. Okay? So maybe with that ending, with that Death card, it's kind of saying that we're making this a major shift. Okay? The Hierophant is wisdom and guidance and a spiritual practice. This is you learning from experience. This is you maybe returning to those grounded practices of yours, meditation, prayer, journaling, studying. This is your experience in life that has taught you valuable lessons. Your experiences of life have taught you what is important to you. Your experiences have taught you what your standards are. Your experiences have taught you what is sacred to you. And so you're not putting up with anything that is not aligned with what actually matters to you. Not to me. Not to anybody else. Living the life that you desire. And so it requires that we know what that is. Because living a happy life, where's the instructions for that? Where's the recipe for that? What's the standard? Who's gonna show me what the happy life looks like so I can then build my life? Who's gonna show me the specs or the blueprints for that? Your own soul will. Your higher self, your authentic self will. Okay. And that's where it comes from. You don't need to have permission. You don't need to conform to what somebody else's ideas of the good life or the happy life are. You're building the life that you desire and living the life that you desire. Nobody else. Okay. Let's look at the mystery card. I love this. I think this is it. This is the moment everything shifts for you. I feel like this needs to be the Eight of Wands. It needs to be maybe the Star. I could kind of see a Chariot here. I don't know. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments, okay? Let's check it out. The Two of Wands, making that bold decision. We have the Two of Wands. Why do we have another Two of Wands? Because you're hesitating. Because you know what to do. You see the door is open and you know that you should take it. It's expanding your life. It's giving you the life you want. But it's like then you're thinking, well, do I? Should I? What are you waiting for? You're going to miss the train. You got to get on the bus already, you know? It's happening now. That doorway is opening now, and I feel like you've got to take advantage of it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I don't think it's going to wait around forever. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of like it's divine timing. You don't get to choose when it happens. Here's the opportunity. Take advantage of it. It's going to change your life. It's going to get you closer to living the life that you really, truly desire, because you know that this opportunity aligns with your standards of quality. It aligns with what you find important in life, with what your code, what your building code of life is. It aligns with you. So do it. Take it. Don't miss it. All right. Don't miss the extended reading either, which we're going to do right now. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Aquarius, Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.